And if you're thinking about being with someone where no one can see you, don't. Because this summer, a legend of terror
Okay,
isn't just
and
a
welcome back
campfire
to
story.
another edition of the Hysteria Lives Memorabilia collection. So it's my posters and memorabilia I've collected over the years. First stop is The Burning this time. What we're looking at here is a new print. Only 250 of these were ever done from the Alamo Draft House release. When they did a one-off showing and they did a poster. So a fantastic image of Cropsey with his shears dripping down into a river of blood, and those little campers down there off to their doom. Okay, and have a look at some of the other things I've got for The Burning collected over the years. First up is the UK press pack, which I'd never seen before. This image, the colour image, which if you recognise it, it's actually from the group at the end of the film, when it was kind of like twist ending, I kind of guess, or mini twist ending, where they say Cropsey's still out there, and there's another group sat around a campfire. Now, as you'd imagine, inside here is just all the details about the film, who's in it, and various things like that. There's also some black and white stills from the film, again, put upside down, but it's Cropsey with his trusty shears there. Cropsey's hands coming out. Now, I think that's Caroline Houlihan who gets it in the after she comes out of the lake. Leah Ayres in a very wholesome shot there in the baseball scene in the film. There's Todd, the camp counselor, at the end. A bit of a strange shot, but that's after he's gone 7 rounds with Cropsey. And they have Larry Joshua and Carrot Glenn in an embrace. And obviously, as is wont to happen in slasher movies, sex equals death, so they don't last very long. Now, here's the French lobby set. We've got Fisher Stevens about to lose his fingers in the famous raft scene. As you can see, the film's called Carnage in France. Let's run through this quickly. A bit of bottomage there from some of the people, including what's his name? The guy from Self-Foiled, whose name escapes me at the moment. Him. It'll come to me in a minute. Yeah, some more hijinks there. Now there's Cropsey doing his debut as very crispy, as a Big Mac fucking overdone, as I seem to remember calling it. There's Leah Ayres finding the remnants of the Cropsey's work on the raft scene. One of the many kind of April Foolish type jokes that goes on in the film, and there's Cropsey in all his burnt glory with Alfred giving him a bear hug there. Carrot Glenn getting them out for the boys. Carrot Glenn again, the same shot but in colour with Larry Joshua in a clinch. And then another classic shot of Cropsey about to go to work. I believe that's Caroline Houlihan. And Carrot Glenn again, and another boo scene, which actually is another one of the jokes. And here we have Ned Eisenberg and the unlucky campers about to be sliced and diced by Cropsey on the raft, the infamous raft scene that caused so much problems for the film, and it was released in the UK on video. Now here we have the Japanese programme, and again, what I love about Japanese programmes, because you don't really do them in England or America, but again they have all the fantastic images, and of course it's all in Japanese, so I don't understand a word of it, but some fantastic images there. For some reason a map of America, not sure why that's there, but it is. Again, classic image there about Carrot Glenn just about to get it, courtesy of Cropsey. Now, this image is a bit of a strange one. I'm not sure, it seems to be the Japanese only, but it's ladies in high heels and dry ice, basically being menaced in some kind of construction site. Not quite sure what it had to do with the movie, but an arresting image nonetheless. More images. There's that image again of those campers inside Cropsey. And some images there of the burn stunts at the beginning of the film. Now here's the American campaign manual. As it sounds, it's basically giving lots of different images of the image that's used in the American one sheet, lots of different sizes. So basically these could be used in newspapers at the time. And what it does at the end, it gives some synopsis, credits. I love all this kind of ballyhoo. It comes up, and if you look on Hysteria Lives, I've done a retrospective of the film, and I've sort of gone into a bit more detail, or quite a lot more detail about how they promoted the film. But they made up all sorts of stories about it being being real, and well, there have really been ghostly and strange things going on set, but I don't think there actually were. Now, here's the American lobby card set as Leo Ayres and Todd Brian Matthews, I think it is, in a clinch, make it very wholesome. Curiously, the lobby cards, sometimes they don't tend to use the images you would imagine from that would actually sell the film very much. Although there's a classic image of Cropsey there. There's Alfred, one of the slasher movie's rare final boys. That image again of Leo Ayres about to, sorry, not Leo Ayres, Carrick Glenn about to get it from Cropsey. Another one of hunky Todd being chased by Cropsey. And an image from the end of the film which shows a few of the survivors, and very few of the survivors because there weren't many of them. Here's just an old image of Fangoria with a better look at Cropsey on the front of there. Now here's the French poster for the film under the title Carnage, and as you can see, it's painted, but not painted particularly well. But it's still, I do love this image because it's kind of it is quite badly done. I like the bloody beach ball here, and the badly painted girl with the headband there, very very early 80s. Now underneath here we have the Japanese poster, held there by a fantastic book which you should get hold of. And again, it's just kind of the image of Cropsey with the sun shining across his head, and as they say, the exciting horror, the burning, and also wanted Cropsey, looking very much like Freddy Krueger actually in that shot with his fedora on. Now, that was held up with my trusty wine glass, so I've moved this out of the way. Now underneath here, this is courtesy of my good friend Meep, who was very kindly gave me this. It was a gap in my collection, but of the US one sheet original of The Burning, which again emphasises the sex equals death, with Cropsey hovering over lovers by the lake, about to pounce. Now, lastly, underneath that is a poster I've been long after for a long time. It took me ages to find this at a reasonable price. I did buy one previous to this, which turned out to be a fake, and who knew there was a kind of like a business making fake burning posters, but obviously there is. This is the British Quads original poster, and it shows Alfred being chased by somebody, or doesn't necessarily look like Cropsey there, but he is. And of course, with the classic tagline, "Don't look, he'll see you. Don't breathe, he'll hear you. Don't move, you're dead." So, okay, well I hope you enjoyed that. That's my collection of burning memorabilia.